Can I just tell my parents that I didn't, that I was asked to do this instead of like me forcing you to do this?
Sure, why not?
Thanks. Appreciate it.
No problem.
What do you want to be remembered for looking back in your years at Franklin?
I hope that this whole project that we're doing with the the interviews and all that, I hope in a way becomes my legacy, because this is a personal project. This isn't like for school. It's just something I want people when they leave to look at and say thank you to me and all the other people who took part in this.
What do I want to be remembered? What do I want to be remembered? My random quotes, I guess. And then like, I guess, yeah, my random quotes, like with the fruit, like shut the front door. Yeah, those quotes.
I done goofed.
Yeah, oh yeah, I done goofed. I done goofed.
Honestly, when people remember me, or when they're going to remember me, I'd like to be remembered as that one friend that was always there, or that someone could rely on or trust. That's the kind of person I would like to be remembered.
That was a good one. Looking back at my years on Franklin, I hope to be remembered for I guess my spirit for the school and the dedication that I put for the school, and because I take in a lot of pride at the school, as well as all the friends I've made and the relationships that I've created with, and I feel very comfortable to say that I've made relationships where I can consider them family. I know for sure that I'm remembered as the girl who started the 100 Days of Happiness Challenge on Instagram, because that's all everyone ever talks about. They say, I turned on your post notifications, Lizelle. We're like, oh, I'm starting to think of starting to do that, Lizelle. I was like, okay, that's, you do you. That's good. And so I think, I just hope people, like, okay, I might get like real, like weird or like sentimental now, but I hope, in honesty, that in my time at Franklin, I hope in some way that people saw a light in me, that I hope that I did what I was trying to be, to set an example of God, and that I was someone that people can easily talk to about anything, because I will always be there for those I care about. And so I hope that people remember me as someone reliable, and that if I really like something or if I love something, I'm gonna be there and go for it.
I do really want to be remembered as a sort of easy, I don't really want to be remembered as an easy person, sorry. I want to be remembered as a friend. I don't want to be remembered as the valedictorian or really a member of sort of like any clique or anything. I just want people to know me as a genuine friend, as a person who you could talk to whenever you really wanted to, or just someone who is very genuine or very real. I personally love hip-hop music. There's this song by Kendrick called Real, but it's basically just loving who you really are. And I feel like being remembered in my 4 years at Franklin, just knowing, for people to know that I actually followed my heart, despite what other people told me, despite what other people thought was the correct option. I feel like that's what I want to be remembered for in my 4 years at Franklin, to be the person who really followed his heart and made the best out of whatever he really did.
It's kind of weird, but I think usually when most people think of the LGBT community, they kind of think of like bimbos or just people that are just like weird for the sake of being weird, but aren't necessarily intelligent. And I think I kind of, not only now as I do Franklin, but going into the future, I would like to be an example for the LGBT community, that we're not just, freaks that happen to be into different things, but that we can be intelligent, thoughtful people. We can be contributing members of society and culture, the professional environment. So if there's anything, I think it's that, yes, I'm gay, but I don't necessarily, it doesn't have to be the stereotype. Mind you, I do like some Kesha and Lady Gaga, so in some regards, I do fit the stereotype. But You know, I'm also, you know, I highly prize my education. I don't always speak waving my hands or doing like, you know, these other things. I know that when I'm with friends, I can do that. But in a professional environment, I can be more professional. Actually, yeah, thanks, Asia.
That's a toughie because, I mean, 2 years I did band, which no one's gonna remember me for, and then other 2 years I did decathlon, which only future decathletes will understand or remember me for. So I don't really feel as though I'm gonna have any lasting legacy here at Franklin, but I do think that from the people that I've encountered here at Franklin, all my friends and whatnot, and even with regards to my teachers, I like to think that I'll be remembered as just a charismatic individual who has endured life and who, although has faced obstacles, has been able to overcome them and really make the most of them. I do think that I always try to make the best of situations, and I'm never really one to be moping around. If anything bothers me, I'll normally get over it really quickly, or I'll just let it pass. But I do think that I'm well known around other people as being very lighthearted, being funny, and being happy in general, I think.
I don't really want to be remembered. Rather than like being remembered for something at like Franklin, I want to be like remembered as someone who was like very shy and who didn't like really go out, and like who was really shy and couldn't do the things that she wanted to do because she was shy, even though she wanted to do a lot of things. But then like in the future, like I want to be able to say, oh, I grew out of that, and now I'm very like I'm doing what I like, and I'm like successful, and I'm more confident. So yeah.
Okay, so what do I want to be remembered for? First and foremost, being your best friend, because you're a very good friend. I guess I want to be remembered as someone who, you know, I don't want to be someone that's like, I don't want to be like, oh, I want people to remember me and me only. I want to be remembered as like a person that people could count on. I know that my persona character doesn't really suggest that. Like, I don't seem like the kind of person who would be, I guess I don't seem like the friendliest person sometimes, especially because I'm so shy. But they're my friends. There's Lizelle. Lizelle, you're so indescribable and amazing.
Oh no!
Bye.
Okay, so back to the question before we rudely interrupted. Just kidding. I want to be remembered as someone compassionate, someone who, you know, not really a side person, or like a bystander, but someone who was comfortable with who they are, I guess. I just want to, I'm okay with just being remembered. I don't care what people attribute with me. I'm just okay with people knowing that I existed. And this also sounds really depressing now, but you know, I guess I never really thought of how I wanted to be remembered. Especially now, like nearing the end, I would want to say I want to be remembered as someone who is just cool.
That's what you ended up with.
You have to leave that in there.